This is a big deal, and now is an opportunity for us to build on it.
Chinese and US leaders are so impressed by what has come out of last year's climate change announcement that they made this video to celebrate. The 2014 agreement states that by 2030, China's carbon emissions will peak, and by 2025, the US will have cut its carbon emissions by 26% or more from 2005 levels.
Nature has shown human beings the red light, telling us that the traditional growth model is coming to its limit, and human beings must change the old way of production that relies too much on consumption of resources and not the environment, and change our way of life that is too extravagant. We must change the philosophy of pollution first and treatment later. To tackle climate change is both a challenge and an opportunity.
We're leveraging as much as we can the joint U.S.-China cooperative effort to encourage other countries to be as bold and ambitious as possible in embracing their targets. And so far, it's having an impact.
Both countries say it's remarkable cooperation since the two were on opposite sides of the debate for over a decade. Now the two biggest emitters, developed and developing economies, will jointly push for a global climate agreement. It begins with Chinese President Xi Jinping's state visit here in September and at the United Nations in the same month, and then to a global climate conference this December in Paris.
I think the ECO partnerships are one of the best good news stories that can come out of U.S. and China cooperation.
Already another 6 eco-partnerships announced, pairing US and Chinese companies together to meet environmental initiatives. These on top of the 6 eco-partnerships formed last year.
Sino-US collaboration will help in dealing with climate change, promoting sustainable development, reducing pollution. It will bring practical, real benefits to both our populations and will promote sustainable development in the world as a whole.
Since November, initiatives such as zero emissions from buses, low-carbon cities and carbon capture technologies have been launched to convince the world and each other that a green economy is an opportunity as well as an obligation to the planet.
Our long-term cooperation on climate change will bring long-term benefits. First, both of us have vast territory. If our two countries can pursue green economy together, then it means we can set a good example for the world. We should build a green China, and you should build a green U.S.
The economic opportunities of climate change for the two biggest emitters is the big sell here in Washington. A global green economy will mean investments of money and will, and the U.S. and China think they can lead the way. Nathan King, CCTV, Washington.